It's those moments before the battle that are the worst, when the two armies line up on opposite sides, facing their inevitable fate, the commander giving false hope as he rides his horse down his line of men, tapping his swords on their spears and shields. These moments before all of the blood and death, before any soldier closes his eyes for the last time, hoping that his sins will be forgiven, before any men get trampled under the foot of their comrades after being flung off of their horse. All of these moments followed by the tremendous victory, or the tragic defeat with no survivors. As a Roman soldier, it is my duty to fight for my empire, no matter the odds or sacrifices. I am expected of this, and for all the people who say the anticipation of something is worse than actually doing it, they're wrong. It's living through it and having it haunt your memories and dreams for the rest of your life. Every time you close your eyes, this is my duty. It all started when they came, hundreds of them, with bright lights and beams. Our army was able to hold them off. In one of the battles, the ship hovered over the center of the city, but did not attack. It started to buzz and got brighter and brighter, until it was as bright as the sun, illuminating the pitch-black sky. Then a beam of light shot down from its underside, blinding all who watched. Seconds later, an airwave knocked me over, and an ear-deafening boom filled my ears. I opened my eyes and started shaking with terror as buildings flew through the air, crumbling and flying in all directions. I ran as fast as I could. I could hear the booms of debris landing behind me, and screams from my comrades as they got smashed or fell into a split in the earth. I could not look back. I just needed to make it to the river. I didn't think it was possible, though. I was running as fast as I could when my vision dazed and got blurry. I found myself flying through the air, limp. I smashed into the ground on the banks of the river and rolled in helplessly. I tossed spinning around like a rag doll. I tried to reach the surface, but my ribs were screaming with pain. My head smashed into a rock, and I blacked out. God, this is so stupid. Why are we doing this? Orders are orders, unless you want to be the one to tell the commander that we just drank booze at the tavern, instead of searching for survivors like we were supposed to. Spread out, search the area. We want to be thorough. Hey guys, found something. It's a Roman soldier, and he's still alive. I started to see flashes of bright light and shadows. Hey, wake up. Hey, get up. I gained consciousness, my eyes unblurred from the fuzzy lights I was looking at. Once my eyes were fully focused, I was greeted by the blinding sun. Shade. Water, I mumbled. Hey guys, he's conscious. He needs shade and water. You two, help me move him. The rest of you, get him some water. I felt my body being dragged across the ground until I felt the soothing cool of shade and the hard texture of a tree behind my back. Still clutching my eyes shut, I finally opened them. I was surprised with the horror of some Greek soldiers and an officer. Acting quickly, I scuttled over to the officer, pulled out his boot knife, and stabbed it into his thigh. I tried to twist, but the action made my arm scream with pain. The soldiers held me down flat. The last thing I saw was the officer's fist hurtling towards my face. It smashed into my cheekbone, fracturing it. I fell through the air in what seemed like slow motion, contemplating all the thoughts that were rushing into my head. I slowly realized what they have done. I hope they have. I wake up in a bed. It is pitch dark, but the sky is illuminated by red clouds pulsating with electricity. I sit up to see myself in the center of a valley. I look at the ground and notice bumps. Before I could look any closer, my head starts to throb with lightheadedness, and my eyes blur. Once I refocus, I realize that all of these lumps are dead soldiers. There are millions of them. The ground is black with scorch marks and stained red with blood. I scan the area. I see a kid in ripped trousers and a ripped shirt. It is encrusted with blood and mud. I yelled at him, "Where am I?" No reply comes. I start to get up, and he immediately runs off. I jump up and sprint after him, trying to avoid the dead bodies. As I run, I realize these bodies aren't just Roman soldiers. They're also Greek, Chinese, and Persian. The boy comes to stop in front of a cliff with 2 doors inlaid in it. The boy vanishes into the mist. Suddenly a voice booms from above.
This is the future. You are the only one who knows what the outcome is. The 2 doors there both lead to different realms. One leads to your family, who is waiting for you in the afterlife and has been for a long while. The other leads back to your world, where the humans are going to be slaughtered like pigs, and you, the only one who knows what's going to happen. I cannot choose which door you walk through, nor can I change it once you walk through it. You need to make this decision alone.
I walk through the door, and my eyes are filled with light. I feel my stomach flip. My body parts start to elongate and stretch farther than I knew was possible. Then I black out. To be continued.